We're outside the British Library where there's a strike going on with PCS. The workers here haven't been given an inflation-linked pay rise, which in effect is a pay cut. Now, some of these workers are having to work second jobs, they're taking out loans. This is a time in 2025 when people are tired, they're exhausted, food prices are going up, rent is going up, and people who are working in a cultural institution aren't even being paid the money they deserve.
Our members here have had year-on-year below inflation pay rises. And we believe strongly that they're actually being made to pay for the cyber attack that took place just over a year ago now.
Wait, what?
So the cyber attack, I woke up one morning and went to check my emails, and I couldn't get into my emails and I couldn't get into my laptop. So I was a bit confused. Initially I thought I'd been sacked.
The records of British Library were literally cyber attacked. And the place went into meltdown, and there's clearly security issues that needed resolving, but also some internal structural issues that seriously needed reviewing.
So it was a ransomware attack, and then essentially all of our systems were closed down. We couldn't get into them.
The system that came in, it's working now, but it was very like, okay, this is a system, and we didn't have very long to learn it. It was just like, this is what you're doing.
We haven't had access to a lot of our catalogue metadata, so we don't actually necessarily know what we have in the collection. We haven't had access to a lot of the digital images, which a lot of researchers rely on. And this has caused a lot of frustration for our users.
But I know very well staff and colleagues, because I've worked here a long time, I know they get readers upset, they get readers screaming, shouting, just generally upset.
We've had some quite aggressive interactions with users who are very frustrated. I noticeably have more kind of phishing emails, scam calls, pretty much every day. In comparison to before, when maybe they'd only happen maybe once a week, once every other week.
When your information is on the dark web, you're generally anxious about that. You don't know the scams going on, if they can get to your bank account.
They sent us a letter to reveal what of our personal data was leaked on the dark web. And for me, that was a lot of stuff to do with my medical data. I've had no kind of real acknowledgement of that, what that actually means for me, but that very, very personal data is out there. And there's obviously been no financial compensation for that either.
We believe strongly that it's our members that are paying for that, because they've got the British Library gone into a restructure. They've created a whole new, under the previous chief executive, a whole new load of new posts, very heavily weighted towards the higher grades and better paid. Whilst at the same time spending more money on that review, refusing to give our members an above inflation pay rise, and with the cost of living crisis, especially in London right now, they just can't make ends meet.